Hi everyone, it's Adrienne Leah. This is going to be a mega mini reading because I do have quite a few cards, but I'll just give a quick message with them. I also wanted to share I wanted to share a little bit of something because my godbrother is visiting my godmother's house, and she was going to have other family visit, and it turns out that the other family isn't visiting. So the other night I had a reading. It's on my other channel where I was sensing the grandmother energy. Well, it's my godfather's mother, but I was with her a lot because I stayed with my godmother a lot. And she was upstairs in the area where my aunt stayed, and that is my godfather's sister, and that is her mother, the grandmother energy. And because the other family wasn't visiting anymore, I was told by my godmother to stay in the guest room, and the guest room used to be my grandmother's room, and it made sense that she was with her daughter because it's her daughter, and because there used to be two beds in there, one for my aunt who is now staying on the first floor, and then my grandmother's bed. So it is something that was a little surprising because I wasn't planning on staying at the house when her family was over. I was going to stay somewhere else, but they're not going to stay long, or my godbrother isn't staying long. So for these cards, as I said, it's going to be a quick message because there are quite a few, and I have other cards that I pulled out too. There's like a stealthy energy. It was standing out to me because I am in the bookstore parking lot right now because I was asked by my aunt to pick up something for her. She wanted some juice, so I'm doing that because the bookstore is also next to the bank, and I was going to do other things like to deposit stuff too. So there were crows on top of the bookstore, and there was one on one side and then on another part of the building, since it looks like there's many rooftops on different parts of the plaza. There were another group of crows on the other side, and it kind of just reminded me of like stealthy like energy. You also have the Seven of Swords here too, which can be an indication of that. And then with this Two of Swords, it kind of feels like combating or dueling energy in that way, and trying to be as quiet or I guess sneaky as possible because you're trying to tiptoe or do something. Because I'm also getting these were the first two cards, the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands, because this is explosive energy in this reading. It's a lot of weight at once, which also reminds me of like things that are high in nitrogen in a way, that give like strong reactions when you take it. Like feels like almost like if you're tiptoeing because you don't want to do the wrong thing, or you don't want to step on the wrong thing, or maybe if it's financially you're trying to manage or budget, because if you're trying to spend money here, you have to make sure that you have enough money to pay this payment during this time of the month. So you could take it for more universal meanings. Like I said, well, I didn't say it in this video, but on the title it's the Glory to Ukraine deck and reading. You also have the fast energy too, and the energy that keeps going with the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. And with the Sun card, it feels as if you're feeling a sunbeaming energy too. Sometimes that's nice, other times it might feel like it'll be a lot. And I feel like that energy goes with the 10 of Wands. So, the other cards here, you have a lot of Swords energy, and the Swords can be a lot to handle, like the mental capacity of it all. It's also being able to be strategic and think in a, I guess, tactful manner. Think tactfully. The 5 of Swords here, and you can see that I was feeling that it was more of a group energy, or maybe even a collective energy. It could be around this time too, where there's a lot of Mercury retrograde mannerisms around this time. I've definitely been noticing that lately, which isn't a bad thing. It's just the times, and being able to work through those disadvantages. And as I said in other videos, with every disadvantage comes an equivalent advantage. So that's also to be mindful of. And maybe you are mindful of it because there's a lot of Swords here too. Because we're trying to think of maybe the best possible outcomes, and also thinking about the worst possible outcomes and being prepared. You have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles seems like it's not the first time that the world has seen this. And to be honest, and even hearing and just from a distance, and even from people in general, that it's like the surprise of challenging Russia back. So it's definitely I guess a kudos energy, being that it's been this long and still going strong. Also require keeping the faith, and sometimes you can't see things, but in the background they could be working in your favor and working more rapidly than you realize. I was also thinking too that there is a way of, doing things, and maybe with the Swords energy, keeping a lot of things not necessarily hidden for, like, in a bad way, but sometimes when you tell people, and sometimes when you're destined to do something, or you feel like in your heart this is like the right thing to do, sometimes you keep it to yourself, or be mindful of who you're telling, because maybe you're the only one that's supposed to know the plan, or like the group is supposed to know the plan, because sometimes in life you have other energy, and I'm not going to go whether it's like dark or light, but or in the middle too, or anything else aside from that. Because there's a lot of things going on in the world. It just seems to be that when you tell people things, it's like the other side or the adverse energy is trying to tell you not to do it for whatever reason, whatever their agenda is with it. Maybe it might be to keep you in a certain area that you're in life. It could be caring energy. It could be a combination where they care, but they're also not thinking about the overall or best interest of the other person. So you have the Hermit card and the Chariot card. For anyone that's curious, I'm wearing a skirt. And these are both major arcana. What's interesting about this combination is that it feels like an energy, although it's like talking about collective or group energy, at some point it does seem like there's a part of it where somebody or people have to go in different directions. Now, there could be a way of conjugating again, but it's just that mindful thinking, because the Hermit is often one that is a singular energy. It kind of moves methodically on its own for its own journey or for their own journey. And it could be a family unit too. So when you see the Chariot, because the Chariot is usually one where, you know, you see like multiple horses or animals there, but it could also be seen as singular, because a lot of times you do see like one person that drives a chariot. Of course, like in this one, it's not like that, but even that, it could be a type of organization, type of military force, if you want to go that direction with it. So that is the reading. Another card that's major arcana is the Sun, which is considered and not argued I have never heard anybody argue about it, but the best card in the deck, because of the good things when you think about the Sun. And I think that there's a way where you have those resources and you can use them wisely with the wheat that's there. Using them to fuel other things, maybe some innovation that's required, maybe different types of strategies or warfare. So thank you guys so much for watching. It shouldn't be long. I'll probably go back into the basement because there's a room there, in case anybody didn't know that. So I'll see you in another video.